Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to teach you how to play with the time settings in Final Cut to speed up or slow down or retime a piece of graphic or an illustration so that you can better fit a voiceover around it. This would be really hard to do with actual video of people talking because obviously it also modifies the sound and you'd hear it go like brr, brr, brr. But it's really good when you're using just visuals and you can play around with the time effects. So the first thing that I've got here on my timeline is a little graphic about the latest Brexit resignations. And the way that most graphics work when you commission them from an artist or graphic designer is that they time them vaguely to your voice, but then you have to do the final tinkering. This obviously depends on your final voiceover. This is really important for you, those of you guys working on projects, because you're never going to get the graphic right at the first time and you need to just tinker it at the end to fit your final voiceover. So wherever it is that you want to start to slow or speed things down, there's a couple of things that you can do, and I'll show you the general stuff and then we'll bring it down and narrow it in. The first thing I want you guys to notice is this little icon in the middle. Yeah, it looks like a little like the speed dashboard in a car. And if I click the drop down arrow, it gives me all of these different options to slow down, fast, hold, blade speed, reverse, clip, all sorts of really cool stuff that you can use to play with. Now, this might not be the kind of thing that you'll use in everyday news packages, but it will be more of the documentary style effects that you can play around with. So let's do a really simple one, for example. Let's slow this down to 25%. Can you see the first thing that happened is that it grew in size because it's obviously going to take that much longer to happen. So if I play it now, it goes way slow, and you can see obviously that it slowed down the animation because the way that the words are coming up on the screen, for example here, it just goes one by one rather than all in one go. Yeah, you can also, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's enabled this little tag at the end of it, and it, see how it gives me like a little timer icon? It means that I can then stretch it in or stretch it out to change the pace at which I am doing it. Right? Now, chances are that you're not going to want to do this to the whole clip, or you never know. This is also how you do, for example, time lapses, right? To make things look really quick. But if you want it, for example, let's undo all of this, to retime just bits of it so it holds, so it waits for your voiceover to finish. For example, this, we're talking about Brexit resignations, and I want it to hold there just to let me finish reading my script. What you can do is come again to this, hold, and to the speed icon and click hold. See how on the timeline it's now created this little red, it's like a freeze frame of where I put my icon on, and it also lets me modify this so I can make it as long or as short as I need to. So let's say that'll give me some time, oh I need a little bit more, to talk about Dominic Raab and how he used to be the Brexit secretary, but now he's quit, so we're on to our third Brexit secretary. And then the graphic continues and it goes into the next animation, and I want it to hold there again. So I can put in another hold and then modify it as long as I need to now talk about Esther McVeigh, who I really don't know that much about, but she used to be Work and Pension Secretary, and now it's going to be Amber Rudd who is making a comeback. And you can see how very quickly you can time the graphic to fit your voice rather than having to like do this super complicated planning so that it all fits perfectly the first time around. Another thing that